sad to say, Jim Supica, it's our final segment here from the NRA National Sporting Arms Museum at Bass Pro Shops in Springfield, Missouri. This should be subtitled, Cool Old Handguns That John Popp Wants, all in front of me right now.
They are, aren't they wonderful?
Tell us, what do we have here
well,
for our finale?
What we have are the three most popular Colt revolver models of the post-Civil War West, the classic Old West 6 guns. We've got three different models here, but we're going to talk about some rare variations on them. One thing I have to point out about all of these is that each of these is factory engraved, most of them by Colt's master engraver at the time, Cuno Helfricht. And any one of them would be a spectacular centerpiece guns.
They're gorgeous.
These are all on loan to us from Kurt House, and we're very grateful to have them. But what you have here is the classic Colt Single Action Army, model 1873, introduced in 1873. They made a double action. They made a smaller model 1877 DA, or double action. They nicknamed it the Lightning or the Thunderer, depending on which caliber it was. And then a year later, they came out with a large frame for the 44 and 45 caliber rounds, called it the model 1878 double action, or DA. Now, on both the Single Action Army and the 1878, standard barrel lengths were 7.5, 5.5, and 4 3/4 inch. There were several barrel variations on the 1877, but you could get, on special order, a shorter barrel, and that's what you have here. Now, on the 1877, they made quite a few of the short barrels, and you may notice short barrel does not have an ejector rod housing. The standard barrel does have an ejector rod housing. It's just too short to punch out the empties.
Right.
That's why. But this was called, the short barrel variations without an ejector rod housing were called the Storekeepers or Shopkeepers model, because it would be a handy thing to have in your apron pocket in the hardware store for defense.
Sounds good to me.
The short barrel 1878 and Single Action Army, they called sheriff's models. Because they would be a sheriff's backup or hideout gun. And they were available special order only. They weren't a standard production gun. So this one, Single Action Army sheriff's model is especially rare because it is the only known sheriff's model made factory engraved and silver plated. The silver plating has aged to that very, very nice patina that it gets up. If you have a wonderful gun like this, do not polish it. Leave the patina intact. Please do not polish it. But they're very, very highly sought after by collectors. And of course, the engraved model 1878 sheriff's model is a very, very rare gun too. So any of these is a treasure in its own right, but each of them is special in its own way. Now,
go ahead.
The 1877 Thunderer was a presentation to Governor of Connecticut in about 1879. So there's some special history associated with that one too. But this type of fancy treatment was liked by prominent individuals, but also you see it a lot in the Old West too. You see a lot of them actually used by lawmen and outlaws, but fancy presentation guns, prominent individuals. And you can see it's all beautiful handwork, all hand-carved hammer and chisel.
And it's just so great when you're talking about, that the Colt had a factory engraver.
Yeah.
That these were coming out of the factory.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
well, they were special.
They were special.
And custom,
They
but they were still
special
coming
ordered
out
of
of
the factory.
that sort of attention to detail and focus on the craftsmanship coming right from Colt.
And we have all the major handgun makers of the Old West. We have great examples of their engraved guns here. Smith & Wesson, Remington from the Remington Factory Collection, Merwin Hulbert. They all did this beautiful engraving. Each of their engravers had a little different style.
So how can we get to see these wonderful
Come see
revolvers?
These beautiful guns at the NRA National Sporting Arms Museum. It's at the Bass Pro Shops in Springfield, Missouri. Great engraved guns at the NRA National Firearms Museum in Fairfax, Virginia. Come see them all online at nramuseums.com.
Special thank you, Jim Supica, for this series of Curator Corners from the Sporting Arms Museum. Thanks for being with us.
Always a pleasure.